Welcome to Stable and Strong 1. As we introduce this muscular endurance protocol, you're going to be going through 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest at the same drill. This is going to build a ton of localized muscular fatigue. It's going to challenge your ability to stay in the game and understand your pacing. The pacing strategy here is going to be a little different than it's been in any of the other protocols. Start slow, build up slowly to find a pace that you can sustain, hopefully for all 8 rounds. We want to make sure the quality of your movements are crisp and clean at the end of the workout, not just at the beginning. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the ground, get our primers done, and get ready for some action. All right, let's go ahead and get down. Get up, get down. All right, we're gonna sit down on our bottoms. Our feet are going to be pointed straight ahead at about hip or shoulder width. So we're gonna keep those toes pointing straight forward and our heels directly behind. Place our hands directly behind us, fingers pointing away from us. Press into the ground to prouden the chest. Lift your hips up off the ground. We're gonna pull back, pull your hips back towards your hands. Push forward until you feel a nice stretch in those hips. Plant your hips down on the ground. Let your right knee drift all the way in from the outside of your pinky toe to the inside of your big toe side of your foot, driving the knee across your midline. Open that back out. And then the opposite knee does the same thing, taking note of any difference from one side to the other. So my left hip is a little more restricted in this rotation than the right one. Press into the hands, pull the hips back, press them forward again. Hips down on the ground, right knee in, exhale, open up. Left knee in, exhale through that tension, opening up that range of motion all the way back out. Drive through the hands, lift the hips up, pull back, press them forward until you find a new line of tension. Chest stays proud. Right knee in, right knee out. Left knee in, left knee out. All right, from there, let's go ahead and walk ourselves up to a kneeling position. We're gonna be in an active low squat to start this next series. So both feet down flat, hips down low. Now the difference between an active and a passive squat lets you round out and relax into your posture. An active squat is going to release the tailbone down and lengthen the spine with the intention to extend and prouden the chest. So start in that active squat. Reach your hands off to the right, place them on the ground. Shift your feet over, left foot behind right hand. Sit down into that active squat. Drive your elbows into the knees. Drive your chest up and out. Using the lever of those arms to open up those hips. Both hands up, reach to the left. Exhale as you transition into that active squat. Elbows inside knees, palms forward, driving the knees open. Good. 3 to each side, to the right. And drive those hips open. Chest proud. Good. To the left. And prouden the chest. Drive the knees apart. One more to each side, to the right. And now to the left, last one. All right, let's go ahead and get up and get ready to get in on the action. Everybody go ahead and orient yourself to your mace of choice. I'd start light in this series and build up in terms of weight and intensity with a focus on your pace. So start slow, build up pace, start light, build up weight. Those are your 2 major variables. We're gonna start with our plank series. So go ahead and get down, ready for some plank action. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I'm gonna be rotating through beginner, intermediate, and advanced as we go through these first 3 rounds and spread the love out a little bit more as time goes on. So everybody ready? Time for some action. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Selah. We're gonna be focusing on anti-rotation, both at the hips and at the shoulders. Keeping those hips level is gonna be really challenging. 10 seconds in. Now as she's doing this, she's holding a strong plank and she's simply angling the mace in and out, lightly touching the ground, using that opportunity to express control. Time. All right, good job. We're gonna alternate sides, changing each round. So that was the right side. Now we're going to the left side. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Marcus has his left hand down. He's gonna rotate his hips and actually go find out the outside of the feet. Good, so rotate the feet and the hips at the same time to create a stable base. Keeping a nice strong line, keep that chest extended, proud chest, stabbing the ground the staff through the ground. Time. Planting a flag in the ground essentially is the visualization, or slamming a staff into the ground as he elevates into that rotation. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Nice and powerful. As we get to level 3, see how Nikki's rotating in a very coordinated motion, expressing power on the way up. Hey, I might get backhanded if I'm not careful here, but you know what she's not doing? She's not just dropping the mace on the way down. She's expressing control on the way down. Power up, control down. Time. 3 rounds down. Hey, we're starting building stability before strength right now. Stable and strong 1. Ready? And go. Round 4. Make sure I'm nice, neating these things back up. Put them back where I found them. All right, angling that mace nice and easy, in and out, keeping that chest strong, pushing down into the hands, spreading the hips open by pressing the heels out to give stability through the lower body. And time, 4 rounds down. Starting to feel their way through this. Feel their way through this. 4 in, 4 to go. Here we go. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Time in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Notice how Marcus is pushing his left hand into the ground, rotating his chest towards me as he levers the mace into the ground, standing it vertically and pressing through for greater stability even as he rotates. This is going to be essentially another post, like having another hand on the ground, driving through that mace. Time. Good work, everybody. Now we're going to go visit Nikki here. So I'm not going to stand behind her. I don't want to get backhanded again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. And I'm going to give her some space because, like I said, she's generating some power, some force in that upward momentum. Rotating the hips. She's chosen to stabilize the heels up a little bit. This is actually a little more advanced. If you want to intermediate transition between level 2 and level 3, you can roll to the outside of those feet. But it's all about how much stability you have. Time. Last 2 rounds. Best 2 rounds. 1 more time to each side. All right, here we go. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Go. Spreading the love out. Here we go. Strong and stable. Stable and strong. You got it. All right. Awesome. Remember, push that mace through the earth. Down, down, down. Use it as another post, like another arm driving down through the earth. Good. 5 seconds to go. Keep those hips forward, Nikki. There you go. Don't let those hips raise. Time. So that's the other thing. As we get tired, the hips want to pull back. Try to keep a nice strong line from head to heel. Last round. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Chest out, strong. Pull yourself forward as you hold that plank, keeping those hips nice and stable and square. Awesome. Marcus, you got it. You got it, man. Press through. What is this? A 20 twin? Man, this guy, he's always going big. Go big or go home seems to be his motto on this program. Time. Good work, team. 8 rounds of plank action. Hey, adding those little rotary variables, whether it's rotational stability or actual rotational movement, and using those things under control is going to be what gets you the return on investment, building the platform for greater expression of power and strength. All right, 20 seconds. We got our clean series next. Again, level 1, 2, and 3, everybody's going to choose their weight, and exercise their level of sophistication. All right, 10 seconds. Big, deep breath in. Visualize what you're doing. Make sure you refine your techniques. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, what Sayla's gonna do is she's gonna press the mace handle through her thighs, activating her mid-back on the down position before she pulls the mace up into a horizontal configuration with her forearms directly behind the mace handle, elbows back. This is gonna activate her mid-back as she pulls the mace apart, really engaging those interscapular muscles. Time. Good job. Switch sides. Marcus has got that big mace, that mace in his face. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so Marcus is doing that same pull, but transitioning the elbows underneath the mace handle, keeping the mace close to his front line as he transitions through a standing clean prep. Not using the legs, just using the upper body, pulling the mace close, rotating the elbows under, and pressing overhead. This is gonna activate a lot of shoulder girdle musculature. Time. Good job, good job. 2 down. Here we come with the 3rd round. Here with Nikki. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Miss Nikita Fear. What does she got going on over here? Always working on coordinating movement. Notice she's using that same counter component of pressing the mace up as she's sinking her body down. This is taking a ton of coordination to continue repeating at this level. She literally looks like she's on a metronome beat. Time. Quick, consistent, sharp movements. That's what you should be doing at level 3. By the time you get there, you should know exactly what you're trying to do. Ready? And go. Round 4. Good, Selah. Now again, level 1 stuff doesn't have as much dynamic range. You're not moving the mace around as much. But what does that mean? It means you could focus in on the key details. Those key details are going to build strength and stability for all of the fun stuff to come. Don't skim over level 1. Time. In fact, even if you go to level 3, go back to level 1 with a mace a little heavier someday and test it out again. See if you can get more out of level 1. Ready? Go. So whether we're using maces, body weight, or any tool, our goal is to develop skills. And what skills mean is, hey, maybe I can get more out of less. Maybe I don't always need to go heavy. Maybe I can learn to make lightweight feel heavy and heavyweight feel light. Good job, Marcus. Time out. Here we go. 5 down, 3 to go. Rotate that mace on the other side. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Let's see how that hits. Boom, 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 boom. Coordinating breath with movement. Notice how fluid Nikita is in her transitions, how consistent she is in the execution of this skill. 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Last 2 rounds. Best 2 rounds. I think there's a little sweat accumulating on your shirts here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here you go, Selah. You got it. Elbows driven back. Pull the mace apart. She should feel all these muscles between her shoulder blades really working hard. Hey, Marcus is feeling that too. Focusing on pulling the mace apart, even as he's pressing it overhead, stabilizing that mace horizontal in its configuration the whole time. Time. Good work, good work. Last round. Shake it out. These rest intervals seem a lot shorter these days. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. And again, so even though Nikki's using a lighter mace, she's still actively engaging all that same musculature, right? Sophisticated movement may require you to step down in weight, but look how much more movement there is. So focus here on the quality of movement. Time. 8 rounds down. All done with the cleans. What's next? What's coming next? Well, guess what? We got some shoveling to do. A little manual labor never hurt anybody. We're going to be acting like we're shoveling literal yards of dirt in a staggered stance, digging the mace head in and flinging it over our shoulder. From short lever to long lever to really long lever, straight arms. I imagine Nikita is literally in a grave, digging and throwing dirt up and out of it. All right? You're going to see what I mean in just a little bit. Actually, about 10 seconds. Everybody get ready. Here we go in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that staggered stance. Good. You can actually step back with your right foot just a little bit. There, it gives you a little bit more room for that mace handle to dip in and pull back. Chest proud, elbow back on this top arm rather than pinched in. Boom, elbow out. There you go. 15 seconds in. Exhale as you drive up and back. Notice how Selah's going across her body as she flings that dirt. Time. So flinging the dirt literally over her left shoulder for that side. Here we go. Switch sides, team. 3, 2, 1, and go. So now notice what Marcus is doing. He's literally just lengthened the lever of the mace. Good. Don't swing out quite so far. Stay a little bit closer. Boom. But what he is doing is he's working in a circular motion. He's digging the dirt into the dirt and flinging over the shoulder. Because it's longer lever, the mace head is going over the shoulder a little bit higher. Time. Good work, good work. Last but not least, we have the long lever position. We're going to go straight arm overhead. Ready? And go. Round 3. Boom. Look at that. Overhead position. Arms are straight, using those back muscles to stabilize that overhead position. Now, I don't know how Nikita feels about this, but she's been doing a lot of overhead work in this program. 5 more seconds. Level 3 is taking a lot of overhead stability. Demands time. So make sure, hey, if you need to, at any point in time, you can always mix and match the levels as well. You don't have to stick to level 1, 2, or 3. You can modulate as necessary. Go, go, go. Round 4. Dig that dirt. Dig that dirt. Now, I may be having some flashbacks to being a young boy and getting tasked to do a lot of shoveling of dirt. But I think that a little manual labor goes a long way in character development. So I figured adding it to the program couldn't hurt anybody. Time, good, 4 rounds down. Maybe it hurts someone's feelings a little bit. Oh, and I guess not. Marcus is going heavy. Go big or go home. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Keep it going. Nice and steady. Good. Chest back, shoulders up, back. Good. Drive through the legs as you stand up. Prioritize your connect chain from the ground up. 5 seconds to go. Nice and steady. Good. Make sure you're focusing on breath. Time. 5 down, 3 to go. 5 rounds down, 3 rounds to go. Let's go ahead and hang out with Nikki over here. I'm going to see if she gets that overhead position. Ready? Go. Straight arms at the top. Boom. Driving through those legs. Legs, then back. There you go. So don't just stay down flexed and try to use your upper back muscles. Use the legs, drive under, and extend the arms overhead. 5 more seconds. Last one. Time. Last 2 rounds. Best 2 rounds right here. Best technique, best pace. Don't rush. Hit all of the primary points that you want to hit. Ready? And go. Good. I want to hear that breath now. If you're not breathing, you ain't working. Well, I don't know. That 20-pound Mace says otherwise. Let's go ahead and keep it up, Marcus. Drive those hips forward as you stand. Boom. Push through that rear toe. Good, Nikki. Same thing. Rear toe is a point of stability. Push through. Time. Good job. Last round, best round. Round 8, last round of this particular drill. All right, here we go. Shake it out. 3, 2, 1, go. Very nice, team. Really working on shoveling my yard clear of dirt. I like this. Young whippersnappers doing all the hard work. 10 seconds. Yeah, now get off my lawn. 5 seconds. 5 seconds, almost there. You're digging my grave. What are you talking about? Time. All right. Someone's talking back. We're not done with this program yet. I don't know what you're saying at home, but I'll find out. I got eyes and ears everywhere. All right, shake it out. Have some fun. It's okay if you say a couple things under your breath, but don't let me hear it. Marcus is getting a little picked on from here on forward, okay? Z-press is next. A Z-press is a seated press. We're gonna use a slightly bent knee with an active hamstring curl through the ground to stabilize our pelvic position. So when we seat, we want our tailbone down, our spine extended, stacked head over shoulder, over hips. All right, Sailor's gonna be doing a prep version in 5 seconds. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. So at level 1, we're really focusing on our seated posture. So we're gonna roll back up into a really tall seated posture here, driving our tailbone down, driving our crown up. Before we press the weight overhead, it's really important we maintain a very vertical posture. So reorienting, getting in and out, time of that vertical seated posture is what level 1's all about. Switch sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Marcus has already reinforced that seated posture that we've been working on. He's got his knees slightly flexed, pulling his heels through the ground for stability. That's taking his tailbone down into the ground, stacking his shoulders over hips, head over shoulders, focusing on not leaning back or flexing the spine forward, really lining everything up nice and stacked. Time. All right, 2 down. It's starting to feel nice right now. But you know what's not gonna feel nice? After round 4. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Good. All right, Nikita, look what she's got going on. She's not doing just the press. She's actually having to stabilize this bar, the midpoint of the bar right over her head. Notice how the middle of her head continues to point right to the middle between her hands. What that takes is this active pull on the trailing arm to stabilize the shoulders, because the shoulders want to dip over to the side. Time. That lateral flexion, addition to that overhead position, is gonna really open up the ribs and work the obliques. All right, here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Nice, Sayla. Very good. So even though Sayla's just doing this essentially roll up and back, she's using that offset load to really understand how she has to engage the opposite hip to stabilize the opposite hamstring. So there's a lot of strength and coordination in this movement. She can also time. She can also displace the mace slightly forward of her hip crease to help her sit up if she's having a hard time as she gets tired. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, guess who didn't get a heavier mace yet? All right, round 5. We'll see what happens in the latter part of rounds. What's really, really subtle and really powerful is in this seated posture, you have less degrees of freedom, less room to treat. You can't bounce with the knees. You can't soften the knees and articulate your spine. Time. So you have to use all of these muscles all of the time. Your hip flexors should be feeling it right now. Your hamstrings should be feeling it right now. Your obliques, ready, and go. Round 6. I saw Nikki nodding her head. I see you nodding your head. Yeah, there you go. She's feeling it all. And she's feeling a little bit more, right? Because of this extra lateral movement. Look how strict she is with this movement. Again, continually being a technician. If you're playing at level 3, you have to be a technician too to be safe. Time. 6 down, 2 to go. Last 2 rounds, best 2 rounds coming up. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Go. Woo. All right, I got to get out of the way here. Nice, strong roll. Look at that articulation. It's looking more and more fluid. This is what we mean by last round, best round. As you go through the rounds, as you get tired, find ways to be more efficient. Don't get sloppier, get better. You're practicing a skill. Time. If you're practicing a skill rather than just working out, you should get better and better. Every training session, every rep, every day. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Last one, last round. There you go. Make sure you pull with that left arm out. Pull left arm out. There you go, Nikki. Less of a lateral flexion drill now, really stabilizing this whole shoulder. It's really tough as you get tired to be aware of that, so continually pull the handle away from you. Good. 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Hey, you know what? I think I gave you all a rest on the legs here. Legs didn't do much work. I beg to differ, actually. I think their legs were actually working pretty hard. And what I remember what I said, hip flexors and hamstrings were really active the whole time, but they were just sitting on their bottoms. So we got to get these legs moving now, all right? So we have our back squat series coming up next. We're going to make sure as we pull the bar on our back that our elbows are in approximately the same angle on each side. We don't want the bar, the heavy weight closer to our body. We want to pull it out away from our body and stabilize the bar against any wobbles. Everybody load up. Choose the weight get the weight of your choice. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Sayla at level 1 is doing the back squat. She's going to work at a pace that she can stabilize this bar. So she can move a little bit faster. 10 seconds. There we go. So the rule of thumb is she can move as fast as she can keep the bar stable. In this particular drill, since we're blasting the lower body, I want a little bit more urgent a pace. All right? That's a nice basic drill. Now, Marcus, he's going big again. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now, where Sayla's in what we call a bilateral stance, both feet down in line, Marcus is constantly in a rotated base, right? One foot in front of the other. Now, what that means is when he steps to one side, that offset load of the mace feels very different than the other side. So he has to be very conscious in how he stabilizes that bar. Time. So the choice of stabilizing the bar is one of 2. Pull down into the shoulder blades or pull apart or both. Ready? And go. Round 3. All right. So Nikki has a bit of both, right? Best of both worlds. The alternating lunge and then the squat. Take note of how she alters her foot position. When she lunges, her feet are going to be in a hip width stance. When she squats, she's going to go to her natural squat width. Finding a good rhythm in that transition is going to be very important to maximize her reps. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Round 4. Nice, Sayla. Really stabilize that bar. Pull it down. As you start moving fast, as you get tired, certain muscles are going to want to tap out in terms of being engaged. It's a leg exercise, but it's not just a leg exercise. Everything's full body all the time. 3, 2, 1, time. Good work, Sayla. All right. Marcus still got that 20, twin. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Good. So you guys at home can see Marcus has to work very intentionally to stabilize this bar across his shoulders. Remember what we said before, as he steps back with one foot, it's a very different experience than stepping back with the other. And it's true when the mace is on the other side too. It's a completely novel experience. So refine your technique here before we go to level 3. Time. Good job, good job. By the time we hit level 3, should be second nature to do level 1 and level 2. Take your time through the levels. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So often we find people think that the ascension through the levels is the goal of the program. It is far from the case. Constant refinement, constant challenge. It's more of a circle, the circle of life. I don't know if you've heard about that before, but essentially we start at the beginning, we work our way up, and we go back to the beginning, constantly refining our techniques. Time. So I guarantee Nikki worked on her basics a long time before she tries to do these versions of the drills. Ready? Go, go, go. And it's not about simply doing more, but doing more, doing it better. If you want to do more, but do it better. Make it pretty. Every rep, 10 seconds. Good job, Sayla. Those are looking good. All right, Marcus, look at that focus. Slowing down as necessary to stabilize that bar. That's what we want to see. Last rep coming up. Time. Nice, nice. Last round. Round 8. Last round, best technique, most focus. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now if you're doing it right, and I know you are at home, you're gonna feel this a little bit tomorrow. It's not about doing the most, it's about doing it the best. Remember that. That's always our theme. It's always what we're thinking about. Come on, team, 5 more seconds. They're pushing through this, you're pushing through this. Time. Good work, everybody. That's all 5 drills for our program today. 20, 10 by 8, 5 exercises, tons of fun. You might have moved a ton or 2, maybe even more. When you add up your body weight, add up that mace, and all those reps. Hey, maybe do some math. Figure out how much work you actually did in tonnage. It's not a bad thing to figure out. I think they did about 1 million squats or lunges, right? It's okay. All right, hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you cool down. Join us for that as well.